Hey Trey, appreciate your time on here. One of the things that's been requested is how do we work this dashboard? And let me start very simply in PipeDrive of how do we get there. So you'd want to go to here to Insights, and you should be able to see the dashboards that have been assigned to you. Looking into this, um, you should be the only ones that are allowed to edit this one. Your team will see a similar dashboard, Trey. Let's take, for example, yours that will look very similar, but yours here is broken down in a bigger view so you can see all of your different people and have conversations. So I'll take this from the top. We'll try to keep this relatively simple, focusing on basically working on deals. Okay, all three or these two are deal reports. So this is the first place I would take people. So these are deals that for the past 12 months are rotting, which means that there's been no activity, um, or I'm sorry, that the expected close date is past due, and there's been no update on the close of the ETA date. So what would I do if I'm you? If I'm Trey Tucker and I'm wanting to talk to my team, it's like, hey, the first thing I want PipeDrive to tell me is how who what are my actually open deals that I have currently right now. So I'll take you for example, just to start. Okay, so you have all of these different um, deals that you have open currently. I know a lot of them probably by now have closed or moved on, right? The first thing I would do is depends on, use this filter button as your friend. So you can sort it by deal value and go after those. You can go on to the ones that are past due, right? I tag this one to close. All right. So how do I get this off of my list? You have 32 deals that are rotting. I would go into here. I would click the lead associated with it. I would go into the close date on it, and I would update the close date to whenever you think that it will be. Just move it to 2026. I'll save it. Sorry, move it to 2026. Click the 7th, and I'll save it. So it should come off of your lead there. Okay. Um, what do I need to do if it's been lost and it's a lost deal? You click the lost button and you move on. All right, and you go back down here to your insight report. Now you're showing 32 in your dashboard. Okay, it'll take you right back to where you need to be. Let's do it again. I'm sorry, this is yours. So let's do it. So I'd just hit the refresh button real quick, and that should come off. Should come off your list. All right, came off your list. All right, let's do another one here. Let's just say this is the WitCon. I mean, if I'm looking at this, I would look at it by the expired ones to get it cleaned up. Well, let's see, expected close dates. Yeah, I would go this way. So that was supposed to close in March of 2025. This is a dryer deal for Ideal Chemical. What I'd go in here and do is I would edit this. Let's say that we moved it to 2026. It's a 2026 project. I'm going to mark it as save. Okay. Let's see if I can find one. Go back to my insights. Go to your dashboard. Hit the little refresh button. It's off the list. Okay. Let's say somebody wants to do this not having to go back and forth here, Trey. You can hit this little export button. You can hit it in Excel. All right. It'll export for you. Okay. Download the data. I'll pull it up here. Somebody can go in there and you can have like two screens up if you want to do it that way. And you can, pull this to the side and click through these reports and mark off your list of what they need to be done. So that's the way I would handle that. Okay, what happens if you're on here and you realize that this is not in the right pipeline? Because it's important to you want to search it by pipeline. You can see that all these do not uses are not good places for our pipeline. So how do I edit that? I would go into here, right here where it says do not use. That's where you put it in the stage. This is, what is this? Warren Oil deal. What are we quoting here? Looks like a PM agreement. I probably would move this to a service agreement. Hit save. Okay. Go back to my insight. Hit the refresh button. You're good to go. Refresh button's your friend. So there, you can sort it by deal value. Okay. You just want to get these closed out to see what do we actually have that's relevant in the pipeline. All right. And as you can see here, we'll get to the activity date next. So that is how I would do with rotting deals. I'm going to go to rotting leads, are very similar in philosophy. Here are all, Sam looks like she's updated a lot of leads here. Let's click on one. Yep, looks like she's added it in here. What would we do with this? If it's not something that is turned to a lead, we would convert. If we just archive it, if nothing ever happened with it, right? If it converted to a deal, we would click convert to deal, and it would add to the deal, and we would hit the save button and go from there. So that's what you can do in the leads section. So in the leads, really just want to archive them or convert them to deals. You can do the same thing from an export standpoint. And this is for the past 12 months. And it doesn't have an activity next to it. So that'll be the next video of how do I add activities to the deals or the leads that I have going on. That'll be the next video of what we show you to do. Thanks so much, man.